It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met.
Look to take charge at the Air Canada Center here in downtown Toronto. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Charlotte Hornets. You know, guys, you hate to get embarrassed on your home court, but that's exactly what happened. It was a tough loss for them.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds: disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Pau Gasol is out there with Terrell Wright. Then it's Rose. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Smith in at the 2 spot. Now here's Wright. Drummond in the post. Skoll is there. And it's Drummond missing. Right side, DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. And Carroll gets it to go. And one thing about DeMar DeRozan, such sweet mid-range jump shooting accuracy. It was his bread and butter in college, and Greg, the same here in the pros.
And he gets tremendous lift going up, really squares himself to the rim and releases it quickly. Almost an impossible shot to defend.
Here's DeRozan after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. That's good from DeRozan. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You can see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
And Wright pulls it down.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Shoots the 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Wright's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Rose. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014, was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal. And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
And that is good.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
And he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
All right, Doris. Rose, no good.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Rose with the double team. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas, and the layup's good off the glass. Valanciunas has got his first basket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Rose against Lowry. Rose dishes to Gasol. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to New York.
That was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Here's Rose, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Rose.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Outside DeRozan. Lowry against Rose. And Lowry gets double teamed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's DeRozan missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Now, here is Lowry. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
And the basket by Rose.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now, here's Lowry. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Smith. To the wing on the left. Lowry against Rose. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Feeds to Lowry. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it.
For 3, Smith. Rebounded by Luis Scola.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure you appreciate it.
A wide open look here for DeRozan. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Rose up on top. DeRozan defending. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Al Gasol was the #3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
The first one falls. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Now, here is Lowry. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Drummond in the post. Scola's there. Excellent D there for Scola.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
DeRozan passes to Scola. Carroll kicks to DeRozan with the fadeaway. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Bulls have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Rose against Lowry. That is good. Rose has got 5 now.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
In the action now, let's check out the league's best shooting teams. Number 1, the Bulls.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Some changes for Toronto. Biyombo comes in for Luis Scola, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Raptors trail by 3. Now, here's Joseph. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. He kicks to DeRozan. Shoots off the screen, and Miričić sends it back.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Splitter dishes to Snell. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Bulls lead by 6.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Biyombo with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
And he gets the bucket.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Now here's Gibson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Snell kicks to Clarkson. From 12 feet out. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And it's Carroll in the corner. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Bulls leading by 4. And here's Clarkson. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. Biyombo with the block. Toronto's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Joseph, the pass to Carroll. Stolen by Clarkson. Puts it up. Kicks it out to Gibson. He feeds it to Splitter. Sinks that one from the post.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Joseph. He's covered by Clarkson. Carroll kicks to Joseph. Dishes it to Biyombo. And he bangs it home with one hand.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Now, here's Clarkson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Baseline try. No good from Gibson. Raptors trail by 4. Looking to end his cold spell. Rebounded by Snell.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Here's Mirotic. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Here's Joseph. And the Raptors call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
To see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in field goal percentage, first in lowest turnovers a game, and they're number one in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league, and that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Now here's Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Ross on the wing. To the inside. And there's Bismack Biyombo on the assist from Ross.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Terrence Ross, an explosive young player who can really put on a show. Clark jaw-dropping, highlight reel dunks are his special.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tremendous athlete, great bounce and elevation and creativity. Won the slam dunk contest as a rookie.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And back to Terrence Ross. Sometimes the show he puts on is of the scoring variety. He threw in 51 against the Clippers 2 seasons ago. Great lift and form on his shot.
.146 left here in the first quarter. Now Clarkson, he's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. The rebound by Patterson.
You know, one thing I think about with Terrence Ross is he can be all or nothing. His game moves up and down like a roller coaster or an echocardiogram. I mean, he's up, he's way up, and he's down. Look out below.
Gibson with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Snell. Rebound by the Raptors. 1:04 left in the first. Out to the wing. Carroll, no one around him. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead. Chicago's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Mirotic the screen. Now here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Mirotic gets the bucket.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now here's Ross. His last outing, he had 8 points. Joseph dishes to Patterson. No good with the triple. Chicago leading by 4. Snell kicks to Clarkson. Gibson the screen. Here's Mirotic. A 3-pointer off the mark. Joseph. And so the first quarter is in the books. Bulls lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Toronto right now, Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Ross in at the 3. 5 on the clock. Here's Patterson. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Smith, that one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Lowry kicks to Joseph. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Drummond. Smith with it. Lowry picks him up. The pass to Rose from 13. No good off the front iron.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Lowry with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the shot is good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Rose kicks to Drummond. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
The dish now to Ross. Rose with the double team. 6 on the shot clock. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Number 1, the Bulls.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Toronto with the ball. 4-point game. Rose kicks to Smith. Lets it go from 11. Almost, but it rolls out.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And here's Lowry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And there's the feed to Ross. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Rose goes in. Offensive rebound.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletic.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the two things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. Ross dishes to Lowry. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Rose. Smith the pass to Rose. Kicks it to Drummond. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket for Scola. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Drummond a screen. Rose attacking off the screen. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Rose has got 7 points in the game.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And Gasol comes to help. To the middle. Lowry kicks to Ross. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Rose against Lowry. Rose dishes to Drummond, and that one is hammered home.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Raptors trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. Scola passes to DeRozan. Screen by Scola. Goes up on the wing, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. That's 7 points for DeMar DeRozan. The Bulls leading by 5. Outside Rose. Drummond sets the screen for Wright. Shoots from the elbow. Can't get it to go. And Toronto will come the other way. Outside DeRozan. Lowry has the open look, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lowry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Rose. 14 points from him the last game against New York.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And Terrence Ross showed fantastic development in his second season, but really took a step back last year. All of his shooting percentages were down. He exuded confidence, but still at times just could not buy a basket. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 3rd in blocks, 7th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And I like the fact that he's committed to dominating in that category as a shot blocker. His awareness and hustle really off the charts.
Biombo, he's checked in for Toronto. And Chicago also making a switch. Snell's checked in. Back to Terrence Ross. Greg, you're talking about him. It's so easy for a young player to lose his way a little after coming on so fast. Clark, I'm not surprised that he's hit a few bumps in the road along the way.
That's part of the development and growth process, Kevin. You've seen it with a lot of guys. His upside, though, is great.
And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the left side wing. pass to Rose. Clock at 6. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Ross.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injury. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Now DeRozan. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved. And, you know, back to D. Rose, he grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Stola. Lowry against Rose. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Passes it to Biyombo. Gibson with the steal. Now here's Rose. 12 points for him. Carroll with the rebound.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
DeRozan in the corner. Pass to Carroll. Chicago grabs the miss. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Snell. Outside Rose. Floats one up. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Lowry. He dishes it to DeRozan. Wants to get it to Biyombo and does. And again, no good by Toronto. The Bulls leading by 3. Rose goes in. Here's Splitter. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. You look at Carroll, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Up top to Rosen, 11 points in the game.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Chicago calls timeout.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Who's checked in for Luis Stoll. And the Bulls making a change also. Clarkson's checked in. Bulls have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Feeds it to Snell. Splitter sets a screen. Shot's good by Clarkson.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Joseph, he's checked in for Toronto. The Raptors have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Marks and dishes to Snell. He kicks to Splitter. From past the arc. Mirotic's shot is off.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Bulls have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice efficient 50%. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Mirotic has got 6.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Biombo kicks to Valanciunas, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Joseph, the pass to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Joseph. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. Mirotic gets the bucket. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Joseph with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. He feeds it to DeRozan. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, and I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. The Raptors out in front as they wrap up the second quarter on a 14-6 run. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 16 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. He put last game's performance behind him, doing some nice work in the opening period tonight. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
They were clearly a better shooting team. Their play calling and execution were on point. It wasn't a dominant performance, but you did get an idea of how efficient they can be. They'll need to continue that kind of shooting if they want to pull away in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting? They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
What a performance. Just look at the game for DeRozan. He's got 16 points and 5 assists.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
So for Chicago right now, Pau Gasol is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Terrell Wright. Then it's Rose. And it's Smith in at the 2 guard. Drummond. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
The Raptors making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. And he can't hit the second.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
Rose goes in from 13. No good. And Toronto will come the other way. Outside Lowry. Dishes it to DeRozan. Doubled by Smith. Carroll with it. Now right defending. Just 5 on the clock. Lowry kicks to Scola. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And for Louis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
And that one falls for Luis Scola. Greg, you were talking about Scola. He has the physical skills, Clark, to make a difference.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's not spectacular in anything, but he's really solid in just about everything. A pro's pro, and he adds value, tremendous value to any team he's on.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Bulls trail by 6. Rose goes in. And that one's good. Rose has got 14 points for the game.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Now the pass to Carroll. Scola, a screen on right. And Lowry has it in the corner. Screen by Scola. Lowry drawing the double team. The Raptors need to get a shot. Here's Patterson. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Patterson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Good. You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Scola sets a screen for DeRozan. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Raptors leading by 6. DeRozan with it. Now Smith defending, and DeRozan kicks to Patterson. He's looking for Carroll and finds him. A clear look for Lowry. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
The dish to Drummond. against Wright. Screen by Smith. Off the pick. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Wright. And that's now 10 points for Pau Gasol.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Toronto calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
A game, almost 2.5 steals and 6 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle, does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
Ross is checked in for Toronto. Raptors leading by 6. Lowry kicks to Scola. There's the feed to Carroll. Screen by Scola. Ross with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Ross has got 7 points.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Drummond the screen, and it's Rose penetrating. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. Does not get it. Third miss. He's made 4 from the field. Lowry passes to Ross. To the inside, and stolen by Drummond. In transition, here come the Bulls. Smith's running. Rose, good.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Lowry against Rose. Lowry kicks to Ross. Chicago grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ross against Rose. Gasol, a screen on Ross. It's Gasol missing.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Raptors moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Lowry drawing the double team. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Carroll's got the lead up to 9 now for Toronto. Screen by Smith. Gasol setting the pick for Rose. Kicks it to Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 12 points for Pau Gasol.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Gasol a screen. Rose dishes to Smith. Inside. And Gasol with the dunks.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Raptors leading by 7. Ross passes to Carroll. He dishes it to Ross. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. Rose against Ross. Outside Rose. Down low. Here's Gasol. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Luis Scola.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. He has 14 points, and what a great game he's having on the boards, too.
And whatever else he's done, make no mistake that rebounding has been the priority for him. He works harder on the glass than anywhere else.
And the Raptors making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Drummond. Mirotic comes in for Darrell Wright. Tony Snell's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Clarkson in for Rose. And so Gasol nails them both. Raptors leading by 5. Out to the right wing. Carroll kicks to Patterson. And he banks in the layup. Patterson's got 6 in the quarter.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything. And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
And the Raptors with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Lowry drawing the double team. And here is Ross. 7 points in the game. A floater. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Biyombo, he's checked in for the Raptors. Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. And Chicago also making a switch. Splitter is checked in for Pau Gasol. Now Clarkson. Mirotic the screen. Now here's Clarkson. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Ross with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Pass to Joseph. Here's Valanciunas. 13 points in the game. Here's Biyombo. Deep 2 from Carroll. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Bulls trail by 8. Clarkson with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. Splitter with the ball. Biyombo on him. Splitter dishes to Gibson. Passes to Snell. Feeds to Splitter. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Knocks it loose. Raptors leading by 8. Joseph with the ball. Screened by Valanciunas. For 3, Ross. To the right side. Snell, no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And here is Joseph. Ross on the wing. Wide open. And he nails the jumper. Ross has got 8 points in the quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Chicago calls timeout. An update for us, Doris.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He went over the offensive plan, and that hinges on running through Valanciunas. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Splitter. Pass to Mirotic. And Gibson kicks to Snell. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 4 on the clock. Splitter misses.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Now Clarkson. Splitter sets a screen. Trying to get back on track, and he uses the glass on the layup. Splitter's got his second basket of the game.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Joseph. Outside DeRozan. The rebound by Gibson.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Snell from outside, and the shot is good. Snell's got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Screen by Valanciunas. Joseph, the pass to Valanciunas, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered closely.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Rosen dishes to Joseph. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Back to DeRozan. Now, here's Clarkson. D right on him. He kicks it to Splitter. He feeds it to Gibson. Dishes to Snell. Off the screen. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
A good look from DeRozan. Misses the wing J. Clarkson. No luck. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Toronto ahead, up 9. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Rose. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Scola. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Gasol setting the pick for Smith. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Smith's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Chicago. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Screen by Valanciunas. The pass to Joseph. Rose with the double team. Here's Valanciunas. And he stuffs that one home.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty from that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Gasol kicks to right. 14 feet away. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Outside Lowry. The dish to Valanciunas. And stolen by Drummond. Now here's Rose. The fast break opportunity. Knocked loose and stolen by Scola. Now here is Lowry. DeRozan passes to Scola. And Gasol comes to help. Here's Valanciunas. Power down with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Smith kicks to Rose. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, clearly, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Patterson, he's checked in for Corey Joseph. Drummond, the screen. Drummond with a screen on Lowry. 6 to shoot. Rose goes in. Lowry with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Chicago with the ball. Another shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Drummond having a terrific game. 8 rebounds and 4 steals.
And if I had to pick what he's done best today, I'd probably lean towards the offensive performance.
Well, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to go to the other side because he's been just as impressive, I think, at the defensive end.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty at the line.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Scola can't hit, and Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Get back, get back.
Right outside. The feed to Gasol. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lowry dishes to Patterson. Back to Lowry. And Lowry gets double teamed. And Patterson kicks to Scola. Pass to Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And that's 21 points now for Valanciunas.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Rose. Connects on the open J.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Toronto leading by 9. DeRozan passes to Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Lowry drawing the double team. And Valanciunas penetrating. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with this combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
And he can't hit the second.
And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development.
Patterson, the screen, the drive by Lowry. Kicks it to Patterson. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Patterson against Rose. Gasol a screen. Down low. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Lowry with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Lowry drives in. DeRozan on the wing. And again, Toronto no luck. Bulls trail by 7. Feeds it to Rose. Down low, and it's Drummond with the jam.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Valanciunas with a screen on Rose. Lowry drawing the double team. Valanciunas, nice spin off the left rim and in. Valanciunas has got 10 points in just the second half. For Chicago, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's DeRozan. And the basket good. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Rose against Lowry. Drummond a screen. Rose kicks to Drummond. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Gasol with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Wright.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside. Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Pass to Rose for 3. Kept alive. Here's Gasol. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Toronto calls timeout.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Drummond with a screen on Lowry. To the middle, and Drummond throws it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
They double him with Drummond. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And another basket for Toronto.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Gasol, a screen on Lowry. Rose kicks to Gasol. Back to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Smith outside. Takes a 3. Second chance shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
The Bulls making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. And both free throws good for Drummond.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
And Lowry gets double teamed. The shot by Carroll no good. Bulls trail by 3. Smith with it. Lowry picks him up. Smith dishes to Gasol. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Gasol's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Outside Lowry. Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 27 points now for Valanciunas. Here's Clarkson. Smith outside. Clarkson kicks to Gasol. Over to the left wing. Smith with a wide open look. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so we can have a fresh start for the next one.
DeRozan's shot is good.
And that's an old school move right there. A good one, too, the fadeaway.
Clarkson with the ball. He dishes it to Drummond. Outside Gasol. Pass to Clarkson. Fires the three. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And Lowry gets double teamed. Here's Valanciunas. Sweet little floater. Valanciunas has got 29 in the game.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Clarkson gets to Gasol. And the Bulls with another miss. Raptors leading by 7. Lowry passes to DeRozan. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Valanciunas, good.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 9. 1:51 left here in the fourth quarter. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Patrick Patterson. .51 left to play in the final quarter. Gasol dishes to Clarkson. Back to Gasol. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. That's good. And now it's an 11-point Raptor lead.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Drummond a screen. Here's Gasol. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Outside Lowry. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. Screened by Valanciunas. And Gasol comes to help. Just 5 to shoot. And it's DeRozan missing. The Bulls shooting here about 46% for the game. 51 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Gasol. The turnaround jumper. Count it.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
And here are the Bulls now. Out left to the wing. It's stolen by Carroll. 3-second difference between shot clock and game time. Here's DeRozan. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 11.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Scola passes to Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's...
Yes, guys, I'm here with Kyle Lowry. And Kyle, following this win here tonight, as you head out on the road for your next one, what, if anything, changes in terms of the team's strategy?
just got to take on the road and do everything we're supposed to do. We do at home and take on the road. We got a tough team coming up. Well coached, play hard team, and we got to go out there and try to get that win.
Good luck out there on the road, Kyle. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Jonas Valanciunas. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
This guy is efficient. He don't believe in taking bad shots. He's all about the high-quality shots. It makes him a powerful presence in the low post, and he can impact the game on the defense end, too. He takes a lot of pride in protecting the rim.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.